Yo, 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 what's up? What's up? What's up? This is Mike Ski Mask, Game Killer. Hope you guys are doing well. Everything is good. I hope I got all this up. I'm trying to see if I got my audio right. Let's see. Let's see where I'm at. Oh. Hello. Yeah, let's see if that works. Mic check, mic check. Can't hear you. Let's see if anybody's out there. What's going on, everybody? Okay, you can hear me. I just can't hear myself. I don't know what's going on with this thing. But that's fine. I think it's gonna happen when I get somebody online. Uh, what's up, man? Welcome to my channel. I'm here. This is Mike Ski Mask here for some retro gaming. We're gonna talk about this ALP stuff and everything, man. I hope that you guys are here for some entertainment. I'm new to this, so it's gonna be okay. We're gonna take my time. I got a special guest. I'm trying to see if he's gonna end up coming in. But right now, I'm here to talk to you guys about some stuff that's been going on. I'm really big into this ALP thing, and a lot of you guys are really getting into it. It's pretty big out there. Everybody's been doing their mods and whatnot. I've been kind of dealing with the community a lot from the beginning, talking to people about how they should do certain mods and do certain things. But you know, everybody has their own take on things. I've seen some really dope mods out there. You see my boy UAG. He's got the Marvel mod. And then you've seen the Simpsons mod out there, and then you got Kongs of Rush. I mean, these guys are really killing it. Bobby Vu's killing it with the back glass. Everything looks good. I'm just trying to find my way in it. We've been talking to each other about some of the things that we like to do with these things. If you're not familiar, for those of you, I know some people out there that's joining in, we deal with Atgames Legends. First of all, we started with the AOU, which is the multicade. Came stock with 305 games, and then you was able to add Coinopsx or a PC to that so that you could add more games and kind of expand your system out. I added a PC and I added Coinopsx, so I actually am running both. My Coinopsx build is a Coinopsx 5, so Coinopsx 5. So all you guys that have that, you know exactly what it is. Now my Coinopsx next build is 3 terabytes. I know some of you guys probably be like, man, that's a lot. I know some guys running like 16 and 20 terabyte hyperspan builds with every system and every console out there. I really didn't want all that stuff. I like a lot of the retro games, but a lot of stuff I just realized, man, when I started compiling all this stuff up, I just couldn't find what I wanted to play. I literally couldn't find a game to play. So when I did that, I really shrunk it down to what I really liked. I went and really picked the things that I liked in a console. I got I'm real big into PC games. My thing was that I wanted to play Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, and other things like that on my system. So when I did it, I went on and added those type of things in because I wanted to play it. I used the ArcadeNet link. If you guys some of you guys are using OTG. At the time, I wasn't really using OTG. I've had my system for a very long time. I'm a Gen 1 guy on both systems. I was a Wave 1 on the ALP, and I probably was in the first 500 of the AOUs, the first 250 of the AOUs. So, yeah, I've been blessed to get both of those up and running. I used to be real big into the 1-ups, but you know, sometimes you get into that stuff and you really can't figure out what to do, with that stuff. So you play it and come kind of get off of it, I really realized that I really enjoyed having a lot more things on one system than I did having on two. So I was kind of happy with that, moving into something different. Um, for these guys out there, tell me if you're out there, tell me what you like. I see two people out there. I see my wife. I see Machina. What's going on? How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all logging on. If ain't nobody else out there, they can catch it later on. It's all gonna be recorded, so it's all good. But I'm just here to enjoy myself. This is my first run, and I'm really loving it. Let's see what's going on here. I got some other stuff happening in the background, and I hope you guys really get a chance to like what I got going on. If you could just bear with me, I'm trying to send over something. The person that's supposed to be jumping in with me is asking me some questions, and I want to get this stuff over to him as soon as possible so we can get this thing going. Okay, so back to it. Like I said, I'm really heavy into the retro games. And for you guys that don't know what the ALP is, it's the Atgames Legends Pinball. A lot of people are getting into virtual pinball. If you were an old school pinball aficionado or old school pinball head, you know that it was kind of expensive. Going into the arcades, pulling out your bag of quarters, and hoping you could sit there long enough to learn how to play it. And now in today's time in 2021, we're digital. So what we're dealing with now is what we're calling virtual pinball. Virtual pinball is the new wave. So you actually have a system to be able to play your pinball where you can run multiple builds on it. You have a lot of different things. You have, future pinball. You have virtual pinball, 9, 10, 8. You have Pinball FX. You got Pinball Arcade. All these things are different. Zachariah and Stern's even got a bunch of pinball tables that they got on the Pinball FX. So a lot of guys get into that stuff, man. It's really fun. I think on my table right now, with our build now, I'm running Pinball Emporium. So with the add-ons, we got over 300 tables on here. Really liking it. 1080p. Now I will tell you with this thing, I had a couple of hiccups and things. On your on this when I first got it. What was my first build? Hold on, so I get to you. My hiccups and things on that with trying to figure out how to get this thing together, because I ran another build and that was a little difficult. And Nate came out with Pinball Emporium, and it was actually very easy for me to load. I think it was foolproof. So we were trying to check on that. Oh, what's up, Mason? What's up, Mr. Conrad? Hey, if you guys like the artwork, just Mr. Mason Conrad, he provided all this stuff for me. He's dope. He gets it done. I got a question. My first build. What was my first build as far as retro? Actually, it was an arcade 1-up. It was a Pac-Man. I built it. I gutted it. I got it used. I went on Craigslist. No, it was either Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and I had a gentleman that was around us who had one for $75, and it was pretty beat up. It needed some parts and everything. I went and got it. Me and my wife drove out there. We drove about 45 minutes to an hour from my house to go get this thing, and when we got it, it was a little bit beat up. But we were happy. At the time they had just came out. These things were $300, $400, and I didn't know what to expect. So I wasn't really willing to throw a whole bunch of money into it, not knowing what I was going to get. We got it home, had some panels that was messed up, contacted Arcade 1-up, and man, they sent out everything that was missing. I think I had a side panel that was messed up and some other stuff, and they actually got it out kind of quick. I made a custom control deck, Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. I threw a 128 gig build in it, If you guys don't understand, some of you guys don't know what that means. It's an image that has a RetroPie image that has thousands of games on it. I mean, you can load everything from your old school Pac-Mans and Galaga's down to things that you just, that know Zaxxon and things that you haven't heard of in a long time. Uh, they were actually really, really nice. So I did that for a while, and I loved it. I loved it. I thought it was really cool. I started playing stuff around there, and I realized that they had dropped Ad Games had dropped the arcade net link, and I wanted to play some other games. I said, "Wow!" I told my wife, I said, "We really have the opportunity to play some other stuff." So, you know, I kind of got backed out of the arcade one-ups. I kind of moved to the side. We took a chance on buying something else. We liked it. We had one arcade, and we were lucky enough to get a arcade. I mean, to get an At Games Legend. But I mean, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you what the funny thing was on this. Me and my wife we had went out. We was at Sam's. We had went out to Sam's, and we was just walking around, and we didn't think anything else of it. We was doing our normal shopping, our weekend shopping, and we was buying some stuff. And we was walking out the door, and by the door, I never forget, there was 4 arcade machines, and I went in there to look at some arcade one-ups, and I was like, babe, no, I didn't get the arcade one-up. I said, but do you see this right here? I said, man, this thing is neat. I said, it's kind of neat. It's like a full-size arcade. And at the time, of course, we all was dealing with the one-ups. They were kind of small. I was realizing once I finally got it built and in my hands, I was like, man, I'm kind of tall. I'm 6'2". I'm a bigger guy. And I was like, man, this thing just, I like it, but I really, really wish it was bigger. Um, so I had saw that when we was walking out of Sam's. I was like, babe, maybe we should get it. And at the time, I think it was $4.99 or $5.99. It was like an introductory price. It was crazy. I never heard of it. They hadn't even released anything about it at the time. And we was like, we'll think about it. We'll come back to it. And we know if we think, we do the research. We took a picture of it with our phones like we do everything. And we went back and we looked at it, and we was like, hey, let's look it up. We totally forgot to look it up. I want to say we never looked that thing back up. I went back to my arcade one up, and I started getting all these messages from people, and I was in the community. It was like, hey, have you heard about this new thing? And like literally, this was like maybe 2 or 3 days later. It was like this At Games Legends, and I was like, At Games Legends. I was like, babe, I think that's the thing that we had just seen. And she was like, nah, it can't be. I was like, I believe it is. And we went back and we looked at it, and for sure enough, it was the exact same thing. I was like, man, this is crazy how we totally forgot to look it up, and now people are talking about it. So at that point in time, I went to look online to see if I could find it. When I went to go try to find it, they were kind of sold out. But I had an opportunity for some odd reason. We had logged into Walmart, found that it was for sale through Walmart and through Sam's. We got on there. I asked her. I said, "Babe," I said, "it's kind of expensive. It's about $100 more than we had seen it at Sam's." I said, "I really, really like it," and she did what a lot of people want to do. She was like, "Babe, get it. Go on ahead and pull the trigger." I was like, "I got a feeling that this thing is going to be big and it's going to be really, really nice." She was like, "Get it." So we went on and ordered it. Man, when it came in, I was blown away. Now, when we first got it, like I said, we were early adopters, so uh, it wasn't a lot going on with it. A lot of people were just getting into it, and it wasn't a lot. But the update started rolling on, and I found out you could do some other things. Hold on 1 second. I think I got somebody hitting me up. Yeah. So our special guest is getting in touch with me. He's like he's trying to get in, and I finally got the link to be able to send it to him. So let's get this sent over to here and see what we can get going. So if you hold on 1 second. I apologize. Like I said, this is my first stream, guys. So please be patient with me. Trying to get everything going here. All right. So see what else is going on. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm back. Sorry about all that. It was a lot of stuff going on there. Trying to make sure that I had everything set up for what's going on. All right, for you guys that's here, I'm about to bring on a special guest here. A man that needs no introduction in our community. He's a big fella. He's been doing his thing. So, I'm just glad he's been my friend. We've been doing this thing since the beginning with each other. Mr. UAG.
What up, bro? What up?
What up, homie? What up? What up with you, man?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Got me a little beverage.
Oh, hey, you gonna check this out? My wife hooked me up, man. She said, look, this your first stream. You might need a little bit of liquid courage on that thing.
Listen, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. A little sip, get ready, relax the muscles, and just chill.
Man.
We just talking to a bunch of friends, right?
That's it, man. That's it. What you been doing today, man? I saw some of your stuff today, man. You looking good out there, man. Doing big things, homie.
Man, listen, I'm on chill mode. I'm feeling some type of way. You got that beautiful thing back there, and I got a box. I got a box. So
hey, man. Hey, look. I told you. What did I say? I said, look.
I know. But when you get all these pieces, right?
Yeah.
You gotta excuse me because the headset came off.
Yeah, mine did too.
You got all these nice things to play with, and you can't play with it. It's like telling like a kid it's Christmas and be like, just listen, here's your toys. You can't open the gifts, but you gotta. That's some shit. So, but you know what it is.
Hey man, you gotta check me out because I've been stressing. I've been trying to get with you to. How long have we been talking about this thing, man? Everybody, we've been showing it all. We've been showing like little glimpses, little pictures, everything for like 3 or 4 weeks. We've been building it for months. So trying to get everything together
from the beginning to where it's at now, it's crazy the amount of work that you put into it, but it looks gorgeous, man. And then that topper just set it off, man. That's like some real next level.
Bro, you should have seen me, man. I was dealing with Tyler, man. I was talking to Tyler back and forth, and I was like, yo, dude, hey, I want to make this topper, man. I sent him the graphics over. He's like, he said, I don't know what this thing gonna look like. He's like, I don't know what you're gonna do. I said, trust me. If you trust me, I got you. So he rushed it over, man. He got it to me, man. I got the last little bit of pieces of graphics and stuff, man. Plus he sent me a little surprise. I'm gonna send you a picture of that later. We're gonna say that for a later date.
Oh man. For real.
Hey man, he sent me a little surprise for it has something to do with what P-Dubs was talking about last week. Hopefully I get my hands on, on a little something special. And I'm already prepared,
Man, like I said, your machine is one of a kind. I love the tribute to the king, man. It's fire.
Appreciate it, man.
The level of work that like the details is pretty awesome. Like,
dude,
people probably don't realize how much work it takes because just for us to put the graphics on, it's no joke.
Ooh, it was. You know what the crazy thing is? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, I thought when I first started doing it, the graphics was the very first thing I did. I was like, man, this is a little difficult because I saw you what you had sent me, and I was like, man, this is some stuff, man. This was really, it was kind of hard to get off. And I've been dealing with graphics like with vinyl for a while, so I do like a lot of things with vinyl. So to pull it off wasn't hard. I was like, oh, this is gonna be nothing. I'm gonna be done with this in like 15 minutes. And dude, like I started taking it off. I was like, what is wrong with this? It's like it just started peeling off like crazy. Like it took me a long time to come in with a knife with a razor blade and try to get corners up.
Material. It felt very like you ever tried to rip off the plastic off of like a Pepsi bottle?
Yeah.
You know how it just like slowly like you'll take a part of it, but the other part is still on it. That's how it felt.
Yeah, it was that same stuff as like, you know, like when you had those old soda wrappers where they could peel apart like two pieces. That was it. I was tripping because you got the top layer off, and then it's that bottom layer was still there, and it was just turning into a million pieces. It was so hard to get off, but I finally got it off. But I'm gonna say what people with nobody told me about the graphics and we move on to other stuff is that when you wrap your graphics, and whoever your graphics dude is, and you can attest to this, make sure they include a top piece to your box. Mm-hmm. Like everybody's doing sides, they're doing the sides of the machine, the fronts of the machine. But when you go to remove the graphics off the top or off the sides, it pulls the top off too. And then you're kind of stuck there with nothing. You're like,
that's what was happening to me. So I was like, hold on, because I seen that he only sent me the two sides. So I slid it, I cut it, and I left the original.
Dude, I wasn't that smart. I wasn't that smart when I went into it.
If you were like doing it, you wouldn't have thought nothing of it. Yeah, but this is like, you know, a few of my other projects, so I kind of thought that part out.
Yeah, I didn't. You know, no. Dude, I got it when it came in the mail. You should have said, I'm like that. Just like the topper you see back here. Yep. Hold up, right here, dude. Literally, I got the graphics in the mail yesterday. I went from trimming the graphics, cutting the plexi, melting what it called, like mirroring the plexi down on the sides, making the stand, LEDs, everything in like 2-3 hours, bro. I was literally watching your stream while I was making it. My wife was like, "You going crazy?" I was like, "Yeah, I just jump in. I jump in all the way in."
I'm similar in that I usually don't let things sit. And probably that's a detriment to me in some cases. Like with the graphics, sometimes you gotta let that unwrinkle. You have to let it sit, and you have to let it unbend. And so, dude, I bought I don't know if you have the control panel yet for the thing. No, right? So I will tell you right now. I'm giving a disclaimer, guys. You're hearing it here first, exclusive to my man Mike Skimask. That thing is a fingerprint magnet. And if you're like me, that should irritate you. And you're over there wiping it, and you could never get it really white because you don't touch it.
I think I got something for that though.
So I was gonna I was putting a flat black vinyl. So another forewarning is don't be cheap to yourself. I bought this cheap ass vinyl. Because, you know, I wasn't going to get anything graphics wise. I'm like, it's just going to come. And, dude, that thing, like, as soon as it touches something, you can't pull it back. There's no kind of play with it.
Yeah, you know, that's the one thing I can say that I learned that years ago because I've been doing, like, vinyl with cars and stuff like that. I've been doing a lot of lamination with that stuff. Like I said, I did my if you was on earlier, my biggest thing, like when I first got into the game thing, was I did my Pac-Man. And dude, when I made the control panel for my Pac-Man, something like Bobby Boo, Southside Bobby Boo, I do the same thing. I was building my control panels from scratch, and I was having to mod. At the time, people weren't really doing a lot of arcade graphics. If you get what I'm saying, like all these companies that are out there now that you could just, you know, you just type in arcade graphics right now, and you got like 25 people come up and all sorts of, like, at that time,
like one or two of the same guys.
It was like one or two people, and when you asked them for something, it was like, dude, that was 3 times more than mine.
On the waiting list, and it costs about $1 million.
Yeah, it was like
everybody's there. They got to lower down that price.
Dude, I remember I asked a guy for something one time. I think I got told, if I told you, sorry, I paid $75 for my Pac-Man when I was building it out. Dude, I think the most expensive thing I had on that Pac-Man was my Glenn's Retrocade trackball. That was like the most expensive thing. Like I had to take a deep breath before I bought that because I was like, I ain't spending no money in this.
It's hard to like put a lot of money to something. You spend $75, and then here. Oh well, let me get you some graphics that cost $200.
$250. I was like, oh my god, I ain't doing it,
dude. I could have bought 5 Pac-Mans. Come on.
Yeah, so I found a hookup, man, but I got pretty good with the vinyl, man. Like when I send out the video, I'm gonna do it. I gotta edit the video for me making this thing here, and you go see me. I was getting ready to do some painting and with the vinyl and all this other stuff, man. I was in my garage and I realized I had a uh-oh moment because I almost started painting with my car in the garage, and but you seen some of my other stuff, so you seen my car. Yeah. I was like, nah.
That's when your brain stopped working for a second. You're like, this, what the fuck am I doing?
Dude, I had to pull it. I was like, let me take this to the basement. It's like, because I had spent so much time getting all the overspray off last time. But yeah, man, but the hardest thing, we're going back to what we're talking about past the vinyl, man, was, believe it or not, something you asked me about, dude. You asked me about it, and I know I sent you a long list about it, and I know everybody's doing like the KLZs and they doing the SSF, the feedback and all. I understand that all the stuff is complicated. It's very technical.
Yeah,
I got to get to that point. But I did my own plunger. You talked about that. I made my own plunger from scratch. I didn't have anything else. Nobody. I didn't have a template.
It's a one of a kind.
It's a one of a kind. And
now you see a couple of people that's done it. So I think you've given inspiration because like it's like, man, this guy could do it. I should be able to do it. So
yeah,
that's kudos to you, bro.
Well, the hard part was nobody knew how to take it apart. And like Atgames wasn't saying nothing. I got in touch with customer service. I was like, could you guys give me some hints on like how does this thing like disassemble? They was like, nope. Like we like you
at your own risk, bro.
At your own risk.
You break that shit. Don't come to me. Don't come to me.
Yeah, so I was like, man, this thing is crazy.
I was trying to take that plunger off for a minute just to put the graphics on, and you better not have no fat. See, I got the sausage fingers, bro.
What you look
these fingers cannot fit in those crevices. You got to get a special tool, and then I got one just because of you. I got this like little ratchet thing that went there, and so it made a world of difference.
I told you, man, the tools make the job, bro. Tools make the job. Like I had all these people ask me about this, so I was like, be prepared to lose some stuff, get some good lighting and some tight crevices, because you ain't gonna be able to see nothing. When the minute you unscrew it, it's gonna disappear, and you go hear a rattling sound, but you may never find that screw. It's funny how that thing works, but I mean, I got it all together, man. Trying to get it together. I got today. My wife, she just hit me up. I got my KLZ 25 today.
Listen, that's an easy thing to install. The hard part is the software.
Yeah,
because I think it's an older device that hasn't been optimized for Windows 10. So there's a couple of hoops that you got to jump through. But once you got that bad boy up, you change the sensitivity and you in there, baby.
Man, I can't wait because as you can see on your channel, dealing with these tournaments, my score sucks. and a lot of it had to do with my nudging. I can't for some odd reason, man, that whole fast finger 2-button thing, I can't get. I can get the paddles, but I can't remember like when it started to drain out. I'm like, man, I can't get that, man. That's crazy.
I will tell you right now that my nudging is the worst. The worst, because I just don't like. My mind is like a second behind. Like, oh, I should nudge there.
Yeah. You see it, it's coming straight down the pipe, and you like, man, what in the I killed, man, so many good games that like if I would have just nudged, it would have been awesome. Like I was like, man, I'm trying to figure out how these dudes, man, is getting these billion point scores. I can't get 2 million points.
That's why I changed the rules. I'm like, listen, we're not about. It's about having fun, right?
Yeah.
Like you probably played games on my tournament that you probably never would have played before.
Yeah.
I know I've discovered games that I'm like, when I played championship pub, I'm like, why not? I don't want to play this shit. And I play it, and I'm like, it's one of my favorite games now.
Dude, you turn. Hey, hey, bow down to you on that one because I avoid. You know how long I've had FX3? Like that was one of the games I had on my old FX3 build back on my Coinopsx, and I had it a long time ago. Dude, I never played it. I was like, I'm not playing that game. It sucked. I'm not doing nothing dealing with no pub. But when I got in the tournament, dude, it was like the strategy. And when you start going into like the bonus points and start going into some of the match stuff, I was like, this is dope. I love like when you turn the dude around and you're boxing with him and you're like trying to, you're hitting the bags. And I was like, yo, man, this is one of the dopest games that I've ever played. Like to this day, I play it now. I got a couple games like that, but I'm giving it to you, dude. I probably would have never, ever played that game until you mentioned it, man.
True. And then there's then you find games that that like I'll never played it. I played it. Okay, I played it, and I'll never play it again. Like that Save Cracker, I will never play that game again. That
you didn't like that?
Terrible. It is terrible. Like, the flippers are about this big.
Yeah,
they don't move smoothly.
And you got that big gap too, that gap in the middle.
And then I'm like, what's going on? I'm sure if I played in another tournament, I learned a little bit more strategy.
Yeah,
that's why in my tournaments I give it a certain amount of days because life we're adults, we're adulting, so there's gonna be times where life just gets in the way. And the cool thing about the tournaments, it gives you an opportunity to play games when you have the ability to play them, and if you don't, there's always the next table.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about it, man, I'll tell you one thing that I really love is that, I got a wife that's a gamer, man. I know a lot of people can't say that. So I got a wife, man. My wife, she totally destroys me on everything. Like, and I'm going to tell you what's funny is like the one game, two games that she's never been able to really play me with. And that's why I was so happy when you missed it the other day. Like Titanfall and Battlefield and stuff like that, she could never get into it. But if I'm playing those, like anything outside of that, I give it up, bro. Yeah, what you say, Mike? Hey, Mike Ski Mask, she's murking me, bro. She's sending me through there. I was like, man, I go and I talk to all these dudes, man. Like, man, my wife done had bad cars. She done had bad games. She keep everything up, man. She be messing me up a lot of time, man. But I just roll with the punches, man. I love it, man. They keep us in here, man. She the one. She approved this room, man. Like this room was my office for a long time, and actually wasn't since I went back out into the field. I wasn't doing nothing, man. And she was like, and dude, she has been along with this every step of the way. So I'm just happy that she.
That's a beautiful thing because not a lot of women support us in this aspect in terms of the gaming. Like, they're like, cool, go do what you got to do. Like my wife, she's been supporting me in terms of my, approaching the YouTube stuff and falling in love with these arcades. I mean, I gotta say, I would love to ask people, like, did the pandemic throw you into this? Because for me, I knew for a while that I wanted to make my own arcade, but I never had the time, or I never wanted to take the time out. And it was when this pandemic started. It's like, listen, I got the time now. I'm at home. Might as well. And I made myself a big control panel deck, like a pedestal for 4 players. And before I could even finish it, I walked into a Walmart. I saw Mortal Kombat 2. I'm like, I need that. And then I got it. And then I need something else. And I need something else. And then later down the line, I got so many machines in here that, I mean, it's still small, but I got machines here that I said I had to put shit downstairs in the garage. I got a machine in a closet.
Yeah.
In a closet, so
yeah. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what's crazy though. Is like I had more like 1-ups. I started buying them. I had a Mortal Kombat. I had 2 Pac-Mans. Don't ask me why I had 2 Pac-Mans. I had 2 of the same Pac-Man.
$75 though, you know.
I mean, but no. One was 75. One was a Reggie, dog. One was a Reggie. And,
but I mean, you saw the 75. We like this. Listen, I may not get that one again.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I you know, me and you, we talk, so you understand. Dude, I had a plug. And dude, man, he used to call me. Dude was like, "Hey, Mike, you still into them arcade one-uppers?" And older guy, man. I was like, yeah, man. You know what you got? He's like, man, I got, you know, I picked up. You know, he do like wholesaling and stuff. He's like, man, I picked up some stuff, man. I think I got about 10 of them. I said, 10? I said, what you got? And then he started naming some stuff. And I'm going to tell you what's crazy is like, I turned down a bunch of stuff that I wish I wouldn't have turned down at the price he was selling it to me for. Like he had Galaga. It was the Galaga. It was something else. I know it was the Galaga. He had a Street Fighter, the Mortal Kombat. And I went and got the Mortal Kombat and the Street Fighter. He gave me both of them for like $225.
So you can't beat that.
Nah, bro. I was like, because it's not that I was getting over it. I was telling him, I was like, dude, I'm an honest guy. I like to try to stay as honest as possible. I did my days. I done lived my life. You know, I'm honest. I'm in the 40s. I just I want to make it. You know what I'm saying? No bad karma. Right. No bad juju, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, I said, look, man, these things are worth a little bit more money. And he was like, look, you're an honest guy. You never did anything wrong with me. He's like, if you want them, just help me sell the rest, and I got you. And I did. I tried to help him sell the rest of them. So he hooked me up. And then I messed around and got this thing right here. This
it's over now.
This thing right here. And nah, dude, I started packing them up. I started getting rid of them. I was like,
that was the game. Like, you know what? The thing that I'll tell you about Arcade 1-Up, if you don't have a nostalgia for that particular artwork,
yeah,
there's no reason to have it. Like the only reason, like the only one that I still got out here is my Mortal Kombat, because I remember walking down an arcade and I seen freaking Sub-Zero.
Yeah,
ripping the dude head off, and I was like, yo, they can't be doing this in the game. This is not real.
Yeah, I remember that. You was like, you kind of felt like you was like walking into a little dork porno shop or so. He's like, yo, this ain't right. And it was like 50 people standing around one machine watching this, and you couldn't even get in. I remember I was trying. It used to take me like weeks. I used to try to go in there and slip in and try to get, because at the time they had one. And then I think by the time it really got popular, they had like in the arcade that we had in our mall, they had put like 3 or 4 of them. They put them in the corners to they had like one in the front, and they put a couple in the corners to try to spread people out. Yeah. So like people, I guess, people was getting money in the corners, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then the people in the middle was like, just pulling people in. But dude, I got it too. I loved it. I'm gonna tell you, like, my thing was that Pac-Man. The Pac-Man that I got over here, right here, is the original $75 Pac-Man. That is the $75 Pac-Man. It's got it's done been completely rebuilt. It's got new panels. It's got new glass. It's got new sides. When I first got it, dude, it in retrospect, it was rough. It was rough. I don't know who had it before I had it or what they did with it, but it played. I mean, the joysticks was horrible. I had to replace everything. The whole control deck I had to replace. The J panel was broken.
You probably put so much work into it that you can't give that up. You're like, nah,
dude, I can't. And you know what the crazy thing is when I started getting all the rest of this stuff, and I started getting a lot of other stuff, and I started building gaming PCs, which I'm gonna get into that later. I started building these gaming PCs. I was like, I'm just gonna turn it back to stock. It was like I said, I had the Raspberry Pi. I had the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus in there, and I was doing a bunch of stuff in there, man. And I was like, yo, this is cool. But I was like, it was just getting to the point where I wasn't really playing it. I was loving the builds, but they was getting it was a little complicated. It was glitchy. It was slow. It wasn't what I really wanted. What I really really wanted was to play fighters, modern fighters, MK10, MK11, Street Fighter 5, Killer Instinct, Capcom versus Marvel. I wanted to play that stuff. I was like, that's my thing. I want to do like some tournament type stuff. When people come to my house, I want to wreck. I'm a killer, game killer, baby. I want to kill them. I want to, leave them out, send them out here in a body bag. I don't want nobody, no smoke. I don't want nothing. No, bring all the smoke. Bring all the smoke. At my house, everybody come over here. We got it right. So I was like, man, I had to get something a little different, man. I started going. I found out they had the arcade net link, man, with this thing here, man. I was like, it was a wrap.
You got the button layout that you wanted. You got a big screen. You got two controllers that like real size people can actually use.
Dude, I didn't have to like do what they say, the fat man split. The fat man.
You have to look like Michael B on there trying to play some I don't know, man.
Yeah, I was like that. But that's how I look, man. Even with them things, man, with the rises and stuff, you like doing the fat man split. That's why I was so happy with this joke here. That it actually was a little taller than I thought. So I was kind of happy with that, man. It was like I let the legs up and I was a little happy. So it was kind of cool. But yeah, man.
It's cool how you go through progression, evolution. You're like you got listen, no one could say anything like even Bobby Roode says it. Like we have to pay homage and respect to the original Arcade 1-Up. If it wasn't for Arcade 1-Up, none of this would have happened, right?
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is that Arcade 1-Up came in, introduced us to the masses, and then we got competition. And with competition comes greatness.
For sure.
Arcade Atgames come in with their stuff. They're like Atgames, you don't want to get complacent because once you think you're on top, someone else comes in, and then IRK came in and said, "Listen,
I saw that.
We're gonna do it a different way."
Yeah, I was. Hey man, I've been trying. And my wife, and listen, my wife is watching this stream, so I've been trying to finesse her into IRK.
I'm gonna advocate for you, Miss Mike Ski Mask. Miss Mike Ski Mask. Let me tell you something. Right now, there is an awesome deal for the IRK. It's the regular model, but the regular model of IRK is like getting the base model of a BMW. It's still a BMW, baby.
Still a BMW.
So, in Touch of Modern, you can get the whole unit. I mean, the tabletop, the stand for $499. You ain't gonna get that. That's personally, I think that they probably gave it to them at cost just so they could move some units. So I'm telling you that right now. Boom. And then on top of it, today, during this is the E3 events.
Mm-hmm.
.emu, you know who they are, right?
Yeah.
So they're the people that did the new Streets of Rage 4.
That thing is dope.
They're doing the new these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, they just announced that they're doing a new Metal Slug.
Whoa!
The Metal Slug.
Oh yeah, so, I got every single Metal Slug. So
IRK got a relationship with them, bro.
Oh,
with them. So I think I want to say that with the relationship that they have, they're they got I think like 2 or 3 games with them, and they're all in the top 10 in terms of their sales. I think that we're gonna get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on there. If they do that, they're gonna sell a ton of them units.
Oh yeah.
And if they do, if they do that, that's a relationship. You'll get Streets of Rage 4 on there eventually, and then this Metal Gear Slug. Those are titles that should be in the arcade, and Arcade 1-Up doesn't have the abilities. Then their machines.
Yeah, they don't have the power.
And you can do it on your Legends, but if you want to do it locally, and not having to stream on a PC. For me and you, it's easy. But
Yeah,
there's a couple of average Joes out there that don't want to
yeah,
do none of that stuff.
dude.
So
It's yeah,
that's why there's a market for everything. You got the people that are, you know, arcade one up that just want to turn it on. You got the people that arcade one up that mod it out. You got the ad games people that just play the 300 games that came with the unit, or you got me and you who put a PC and play anything we want to play,
yeah,
and then you got iArcade who does it a different way where you just a la carte. There's a beautiful thing is they got like 200 plus games, so you don't got to buy every game. You buy the games that you want to play.
well, I'm glad you mentioned that for the young lady in my life who loves Streets of Rage so much, Streets of Rage 4 so much that I had to when it came out and we loaded it up on and we was playing it on the At Games Legends that I couldn't get her to go to sleep. You know, she's like, let's
Who was she playing with?
oh, I forgot what's the little chick? I can't even remember now, man. I
Blade.
haven't
I
played
think her
no
name is Blade.
Blake, yeah, Blaze or whatever. Yeah, she was playing with her. She, you know, she always picked the girl. She, you know, she go pick the girl.
She
So
bad
she,
though. She bad. I played
yeah.
the girl.
And I like it. Hey man, I love it all, man. I just love playing. But so hey man, how you think I'm doing? You good?
Man, you are relaxed. You feel like listen. You're doing pretty. First of all, I like the setup, right?
Okay.
I like your thing where you can, the room looks good. See, you don't got junk like this behind you.
Well, you know,
You think you're shot.
let me see what's funny. Okay. I literally was trying to buy junk. I was like, babe, look, everybody got stuff. I ain't got no stuff. She was like, but you don't need stuff. She's like, think about your car. Like your car is clean. I was like, I understand that. I get you. But everybody got stuff. I'm a gamer. And like, you know what I'm saying? I love Japanimation. Like me and you was talking about some of the movies and stuff, man. I just got through watching the last bit of my school academia. I just got to watching like the end of season 4, hoping on the rest of season 5 to drop. And I was like, dude, I need some stuff. And she was like, nope.
Listen. Listen. Put this on pause. Come back, because I'm gonna talk to your husband real quick. And so listen. I'm gonna tell him the secrets of life. This is what you do. You pause it, right? All right. You gonna go to the store, right? You're gonna get yourself. You gotta get like two little items. Say that you can just sneak in the house, but you're gonna leave it in the trunk for about like a good couple of weeks, and then you just slowly. She's gonna go somewhere, then you bring it upstairs.
Hold on. Yeah. You see this dude here?
That's what happened. That's how that
happened. Dude, she was like, she's like, what you gonna do with that? I said, he fit real nice on top of the pinball. And dude, this was before all the rest of it. So like I knew what I was doing. Mm-hmm. I just was like a little bit at a time, So she was like,
so you right there. The only thing that I would recommend is like that wall right there. Get like a painting or a poster, and you good, man, because you don't want to kill yourself with overkill. Like this is overkill. This is literally. I need to. I'm waiting for when I go back to the office that this desk will be cleared out, and then I'll put some more machines against that wall.
Oh, let me send a shout out. Rainwater, what's going on, Rainwater Games, man? I appreciate you jumping in, man. He's in here. He's doing his thing. I sent him something. He came on in. Thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping through to holler at us, man. He said we're doing good. So hey, you can't do it better than that. Rainwater's the man, eh?
Yeah. I kind of know that guy.
I know. But yeah, man.
I've been trying to get away from him. He just keeps on following this guy.
All right. Let me do this. Hey, I wanted to do something. So with me and you've been talking about it, and I did the little snippet video. I'm not gonna make this too long. This is my first stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it tight, concise. We talked about a lot of stuff. We got other stuff coming. What I really want to do is finally show everybody the table.
Let's see it, man. I'm excited to see it live live in full effect.
Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm about to show it to you right now. So let me switch over. Let me switch my camera over. I went on and did a thing. I figured out a way to change this stuff up. So let me change it. I gotta drop my let me see if I can get it to go. Let me see if I can get this thing to go in. Where is it at?
So,
oh, there you go. My bad. Okay, here we go.
We got the phone cam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got it.
Okay, and let me change this up because I gotta change the mic up too, so I can go on over here and audio input go down to. All right. So I got to step away with the headset, but if you guys can hear me, just play along with me. I ain't gonna be able to do that. No,
you're good.
All right, here we go. So this is it. It's a little bit in the dark. That's cool. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn the lights on. But if you guys can see, that's the topper I made, shining through. I did a little something for you guys here. But let's go on ahead and get to this. Let me turn some lights on in here. All right. So, okay. So let's start down in the front. I actually got my coin door popping, you know. And of course, this joker here. Everybody want to know, do it work? Yeah, it worked. He good. He good. He popped back. And I want to send a big shout out to Arcade Graphics, my boy Tyler, hooking me up on the graphics here, you know. If everybody was doing their legs, I saw a lot of people painting their legs, and I think you painted your legs too. I really didn't want to paint them. I kind of like this gray color. So what I did was I went in and did a little detail into the hardware because I knew it was going to be kind of a purple thing. So you see that? Now, I actually went in there with the little corn door joint here and all purple everything, which is kind of crazy because I don't do anything with purple. This is like my first purple thing. And for you guys looking, that's my Optiplex. Yeah, a little cheap computer modded out, did something to it. But yeah, we're in here. So my side graphics, you know, Wakanda Forever type stuff, man. Got them going on.
Yeah.
One up here. Let's see. And I made sure I threw this in there so we could all see him. And with the man. And I want to send a big shout out for these jokers here. Of course, we got the custom speaker grills, and I did my DMD here. So this, I mean, it seems like a lot, like well, it's not, but this thing here is crazy. Like I can tell you one thing that nobody knows about this. This thing is about a ½ inch higher than your plunger. If you look at where my plunger sits, it's about a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch higher, and you see it's sealed all the way around. It's not like gapping or no holes or anything, but it's actually taller than everything else. So this is it, and I'll show you guys around my little room here. Nothing big. It's my Pac-Man, my first series Pac-Man, and of course I got this guy right here going on, and this is it so far. So I'm loving it, and just doing a little something with it, just having fun. Switch back over right now. Let's go back to this guy here.
Yeah, man, that thing, bro.
Hold on 1 second. Coming back. Okay.
Man, that thing is sharp, my man. Like, again, if you look at it, it's very deceiving. It looks like, oh, it's so simple.
You know what's funny? It's hard to talk about it because everybody who's going to see it is probably going to be like, Ray was like, "Is that the casting couch?" Nah, man, I'm married. I can't have no casting couch, baby. I can't have no casting couch, man. Hey, no. Hey, I've been this thing, man. We've been together 20 years. There ain't no casting couches, baby. Nah, man. But man, it was kind of crazy, man. Like it's like I had these little simple ideas, and everybody seems to like them. Like, but they were like, I don't know. I just don't like. I didn't want to overstate it. I wanted to be something that, like, when I had it, this was my thought. 5 years from now, I want to still like it. Even if I don't play it that much, you get new technology. I told my wife I'm probably going to end up building a big 4K system. I already know it. I mean, I love ad games unless they come out with a deluxe system or something. I love this thing. So I was like, I love it, but I want it to be something that I love looking at. I had a guy tell me something, and you can take this. You can have this little tidbit. He said, when you got something. When you got, and it's not being I'm trying to think of the word. You're not being whatever, you're not being materialistic. Okay. He said, but when you got something that's really for you and you really love it, and with your sweat and tears and everything about it, is that when you walk away from it, you look back at it and you smile. If you're walking away from it and you look back at it and you smile and you can go, hey, it's nothing funny. But I was like, dude, he told me that about like cars, and I realized that it's not just cars. It's a lot of stuff. When you put your sweat and stuff that you like building and stuff that you like doing, and you have that stuff, man, you love it. I was like, man, I love that, dude. I can look back at it now. I just like look at it.
You have, like, we'll say, you have a level of appreciation because you put in your effort in it. Like, you put something into it, so now you have something tied to it. Like, dude, you've did the artwork, you ripped that thing apart, put things in, and like anybody who's ever dealt with anything, whether it's an arcade one-up modification, whether it's the At Games pinball, or whether it's your car.
Yeah.
You're never really truly finished. You're always tinkering. You're always doing something to it. But like you said, like, you can, years down the line, because you put something on it that you like, that you love, that you're like, it has you have attachment to it. Like, that's why I picked the artwork of the Marvels, because I'm a big Marvels fan.
Yeah.
I know that it would tie to the room. I know that I would love it. And then when I got the Bobby Food special,
Smoke.
That's gonna put it to that next level.
That's the smoke, boy.
I'm now you got something, and like you said, I'm gonna do. I already have a kit downstairs for a 4K unit. I just got to get the monitors and legs, but that's why I got the At Games one, because I said I don't gotta rush.
Yeah, that's the cool thing. Like you don't have to rush. Like I was telling my wife, I was like, I'm gonna build like a 43, 46 inch 4K big box, and my biggest part was like, and I know it's kind of crazy when you talk about graphics card. So when I went and stood in line, I got something that can handle it. From now, if I want to move it to something else, I'm not going to be playing this much. I can keep this as a local machine or play something. Hopefully, we come out with some sauce for this thing eventually. You know what I'm saying? I know it. That's what I'm saying.
That's one thing about this. Is the one thing I have to say out of all the communities, the At Game community, they go in the lab and they figure shit out. They're like, dude, blah blah blah. Like, that's what makes At Games so different. Like, yeah, it's a cool product, but the community is what drives that.
Yeah, dude. We was making sauces like originally. Like, I remember, dude, like months and months ago, like last year, we was starting to build sauces, and I talked to a lot of these guys, and we was getting these. We was having the list put together and having the brackets, and everybody was throwing out what they wanted and this and that. I was like, man, I didn't even know this game existed. I forgot all about this game and this and that. And like I would throw about 5 of them out, and somebody else throw about 10 of them out, and we would all, throw everything else in together. And I mean, it was crazy how fast it went. It was like I went from, like I was telling, when I got this thing, man, it was nothing. There was like I was on firmware, the first firmware forever. And we got the second firmware, and it was a dramatic change from the first to the second and third
I
firmware.
tell everybody about the Atgames thing. Like it's not a the start of any product. It was a bumpy road. Like when I first got my Atgames, it was probably like the first month before I started to truly love it. I liked it, but it was buggy. Like that, like just trying to get the internet on there, I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
Dude, because it didn't work. Yeah. It didn't work. He was like, you plugged in your like I know at first I plugged in my Cat 5 because my house is networked. And I was like, why can't I log on? It's like, no, you gotta log on through Wi-Fi like the first time. And then like once you update, then it allow you to go. I was like, this is some bullshit. I was like, I don't want to do this. And I ain't gonna lie, it's the first time I ever said this. Ever came out my mouth, I was like, man, I made a mistake. I can't believe
that's how I felt. But then after like one of the firmwares, it was an early one. Like, listen, we paid a fee of early adapters. Yeah. Right? We went through the trials and the tribulations. And then once it got to like I want to say like the third, maybe fourth, like right around the first owner's day, then it said, boom, we're in the money, baby.
Dude, it was
and of course when they introduced different features, it was a little buggy, but after the second firmware, you were good. Sometimes it took a little while longer to get certain things working, but that's the beautiful thing about the Atgames one, bro. Like if something's messed up, they will fix it eventually. It's going to be fixing the firmwhere.
Oh yeah, they was mad at me for a long time, dude. I think I was blowing so much smoke about that ArcadeNet link where I was like, you don't understand. I was chatting with a chick. I was like, you don't get it. I built a PC to do this.
Like, and then it's like what you call it? It's like having an iPhone and say, well, you know what? Your iPhone, you can talk, text, use the internet, but you cannot use like iTunes. You can't play music. Like then I would have got the iPhone.
Yeah, true.
Like, this is a major feature of this phone. Like,
dude,
you gonna tell me that this machine is supposed to be arcade link? You're like, well, why don't you plug it into the thing? I'm like, I don't want to plug it in.
I don't, because see what happened was when I built the computer, dude, I built this like how Bobby I love their new stuff, man, where they're building all these builds. I built a 3 terabyte Coinopsx build that was specifically tailored for me. It was nothing on this build that I wasn't going to play. Everything that's on my 3 terabyte build, I understand 3 terabytes of games is a lot of games.
But if you're playing modern fighting games, that can go real fast.
Now I got retro and I got modern fighting.
Yeah.
But everything on there I wanted to play. When and what I did, I hooked it up to my television in my my living room. So when I got the fellas come over, we drink some beers or whatever. At the time, like if we don't want to sit down and we don't want to play on the sticks, I can throw a couple of Xbox controllers in there and we just play, dude. So I was like, we was cool with that, but I was like myself, I still wanted to play on my machine. I was like, but I couldn't do it. It just stopped working. One day I went in to log on and it was like, nope. I was like, nah, this ain't. I said something wrong. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Nope. I was like, let me hit it, shake it up a little bit. Something wrong. We say take like a Nintendo card. I blew on it. Hey man, it didn't work. Man, I was emailing. I think I had like a month worth of email spams about that thing, man. I reset my whole computer, Windows 10 4 times. It was crazy, bro. I finally got it working again. I was like, hey, I didn't put nothing else on that PC. It is Coinopsx, some Steam, and
and a couple other things, and that's it. I don't get updates. I cut out all the updates. No updates. I don't get no securities, no updates, no that. It's done.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what you gotta do.
it's it.
Like
Yeah. So
my PC to the pinball, it's working like I like listen, no you don't I don't want no update. I don't care what it does. No, you're not messing up. Rainwater got a comment for you. I think he wants a bit of advice from you.
he said we say the full size working Captain America. Full size Captain America. What?
I guess he's talking about a full size cabinet, like a arcade machine.
Oh.
For $450.
Oh, I would take that.
A good deal. That's
I would take that. I would. I like that. I mean, me and you talked about it before.
I'm a sucker for Marvel, so and Cap is one of my favorite characters, so I would take it just because of that.
Hey man, hey, since you came on my channel with it, why don't you go ahead and hit me up, Rainwater? That's flying with it. Nah, man, just let me know for real. Let me know. I mean, I'm definitely like you see, I'm trying to expand. This is just it. I got a full basement. And I do a lot of work out in my basement, so I build carbon fiber parts. So, not for as a hobby. So, yeah.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
Since you showed us your beautiful rig there, that Optiplex, what did you get that? Did you fabricated that door to close it, or
do everything? The color, the door, everything about it. Only thing I don't like about it is it has zero cable management. You can cancel that. I mean, there is no cable management in an Optiplex. It was never designed for it. So, but I went in and got it. I think this one right here is a 9020. So it's the i7. It has 16 gigs of RAM, 500 gig SSD. Got a RX 550 in there. I got another terabyte backup drive just in case, for extra storage and everything that we're doing. Just in case I pop on it with something else, because I got some other stuff that I want to put on there. Just that I'm gonna throw out there. You guys are gonna love. I'm working on something that you guys are gonna be tripping on. So I like dabbling in the software a little bit. So it's gonna be kind of neat. So I mean, but nah, man, it was simple, man. I think I paid like $1.50 for it, maybe at the time, and that's still high, like maybe $1.75. And I had like I told you the other day, I be having so much stuff laying around that the only thing I was missing when I built the whole thing was a graphics card. Like I literally had every single thing else. I had the RAM at the house. I think I changed out one of my SSDs I had sitting in the bottom of a bucket somewhere. And I originally had a GTX 760 in there. I mean, it worked, but it was trash. That thing's like 10 years old. So I found that in the back of a closet. Matter of fact, hold up. No, I can show it to y'all. Matter of fact, here you go. That was the original joint right there. I painted it to match. So this right here is the actual color of the PC too. And I did that in that like a teal and gray. It was supposed to be like an ode to my wife. I thought she would like it, and she didn't care. She was like,
it's certain things like, you never know. I don't know.
But yeah,
that thing that looks sharp, especially like the glass door. You can see the parts, it's cool.
Dude, I tell people, I talk to when I take pictures and stuff all the time, man. These guys be getting into these really, really expensive PCs, man. And I like, it's not that I don't like them. It's not that I don't think that, it's the way to go. I just know that those PCs are really more of a, I mean, some of those PCs are for like some of these top shooters and all this stuff, man. And I don't really do that on PC that much. I try to stay in my lane, dude. I don't have enough time. I used to play a lot of that stuff a long time ago when I got sucked into it. Where I was on teams and I was like, we were talking about. That's why I really wanted, I heard you calling out people that you wanted to be on your Titanfall team.
Oh, listen, you sound like it was official, bro. So you're gonna have to pick up the dead weight because I'm dead weight.
I'm just letting you know I was ranked. So I mean I used to compete like internationally. I was on the competitions. I love that game. Like I got sucked into. I was 3-4 in the morning, no sleep, getting ready to go to work at 6.
We're gonna let me practice a little bit so I can at least get a couple kills. I gotta get a couple kills to hold me down. But tomorrow, we're gonna be. I think it's on PS5, maybe Xbox. It doesn't matter. We're gonna either play like some MK11 because I'm killing. If Mad Dads, you see this, I'm coming for you, bro.
Oh, it's the call out.
I'm coming for you. I'm about to sub-zero your ass.
Okay.
All right. So we're doing that. We're gonna, we're gonna do a change of pace. Yeah, we love our retro games, but we also modern gamers too. We got, got the PS5, the Xbox Series X. We love it all.
Well, they go hate me because I have never in my life owned a PlayStation.
No.
Never.
Listen, I mean, see, everybody's not a sucker like me. I'm a sucker. I've owned every I had the original Xbox. I had the PS1, 2, 3. But I will tell you this: when I was a kid, and this is my last story, I promise.
You see this?
What do you say, Mike? You love it so much. I think you pre-ordered every color. Listen, don't get mad at me because when it blows up and you'll come over to me and be like, "Yo, bro, can I play it?" I'm like, no, Jeff, no.
I saw you when you was talking about it. Like you got some real smoke about that thing, bro. They was like, so hey, what people was calling it like a dinosaur a garage door opener or something.
Over here, a foot massager, what you call a cell phone thing. Listen, when it's fire, don't come over to me to coming like saying sorry. That's
now I'm gonna tell you, you guys show some clips and what's that? Moon Patrol.
Yeah,
like that's my wife's joint. She was like, baby, look at this. I was like, nah,
rainwater. We got another one, baby. He's coming over. He's coming to Team Amico.
Yeah, so I asked her about it. She was like, yeah, she's like, that one game alone will sell that system for her. It would be in this house because she she was sitting right here at this thing and play.
You know how many people bought a Nintendo because of Super Mario?
Millions.
Right? You know how many people bought a Sega Genesis because of Sonic? All you need is one hit, and that will get the people in. Xbox, they had Master Chief. Chief did it for them. So you need to get your mascot and just kill it. And maybe it's Moon Patrol for some.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Moon Patrol. But this is what I was going to tell you about. Real quick, a quick story. I always was the guy who made the wrong mistake in every system. And this is funny because the Amico, I always made the wrong move. My mom would buy me the Sega and not the Nintendo. The Sega Master System, not a bad system, but the Nintendo was the winner. Then instead of getting the whatchamacallit, the PlayStation, I got Sega Saturn. Right?
Yeah.
Instead of getting the PlayStation 2, I got some. It wasn't the Sega Saturn. It was another Sega system. It's just like I did those things. The only one I really loved and didn't get enough love was the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was probably ahead of its time.
It was way ahead of its time.
It had too short of a lifespan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was hard to keep up with. People just couldn't afford it. You know, it was like, just like a Neo Geo. I mean, you know, some games are just way too advanced.
They had things that kept them above everybody else. Freaking the 2K series, the basketball and football, $20. $20 for those games. Those games was 10 times better than Madden or NBA Live.
Madden or NBA Live?
Yeah, they were better. They were better because that's the first time in a long time that Madden and NBA Live had competition. So,
okay, yeah.
You don't have competition. You don't have to do anything better. That's why Madden sucks right now, because Madden doesn't have competition, and every year a sucker like me buys a new Madden, but nothing really changed. All they did was update the roster.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I got somebody hit me up. Was like, Mike, you sound like trash.
I hear you clearly, bro.
There we go. I was on the wrong microphone.
Oh, you was on a different mic.
Yeah, I was on the camera mic.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah.
That's a beautiful thing about having friends, watching you. Give me 4 controllers, throw in Moon Patrol, and drop another 200. I get off my phone and drink the Kool-Aid. Listen, Rainwater, F you. I don't even have a F you. That's it.
Hey, man, he be dogging you about this thing, man. I don't know, man. Y'all.
Listen, he's over there with his What did he play? He's probably playing the Atari 2600.
Yeah, Nintendo 64 or something.
Listen, when my Amico blows up, come see me. Because it's gonna be me, Mrs. Mike Ski Mask. We're gonna be playing Moon Patrol. And that's it. So there you go.
Yeah, man. We go get it. But we go do. I'm not gonna hold you up too long. I appreciate you coming out, brother, and doing this for me, man. You know, I know we go drag it out too long. People gonna be like, "Hey, man, y'all want to go to sleep or something."
Yeah. Listen, you got me anytime. I'll come through for you. And also, in the future, I'm coming over there, bro. Get ready, because I'm coming.
Hey, to Rainwater, yes, she was laughing in the background. My wife is on a whole different floor of the house, and you heard her laughing at this all the way on the first floor. I'm upstairs, and she was cracking up. So
because she probably was laughing at the FU Rainwater.
Hey, man, when you coming down here, you supposed to be coming down to pick up some supplies, right?
Listen, the world is getting back to normal, so I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, because my wife may not be watching. I try to, she's going to New York City in July for a week, 14 days, something like that. So we're gonna do something. We're gonna link up.
Oh, last thing, I'm gonna ask you this because I want to know. Because you got a lot of weight, brother. Let's just put it like that. Where they say, I'm not talking about your shoe size, I'm just talking about your persona, baby. All right. So everybody want to get together for some pinball joint, right? And you guys think about maybe putting together a trip. Let's do it, man. We talked about it before. You got either Vegas. I'm gonna say for us East Coast guys, you got. Hey, man, I don't know what it is about Tennessee, but Tennessee got like 3 or 4 doggone museums. We went to the one in Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg. Dude, it's nice.
Let's make that happen, bro. Let's make that happen. I think I like Pigeon Forge area.
Hello.
Personally.
I did not call this man fat. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm
I'm a big fella myself. I
Listen.
carry my own load, baby. What's up,
Listen,
meatball?
but look, the difference between me and you, Rainwater, I look good. All right? Rainwater over here disrespecting me. All right.
I see that, yeah.
Got meatball in the house. Look at you.
Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. What's up, man? What's going on, man? Hey, let me do this. I know I said I was gonna close this thing out, but since he's here, I gotta say this, man. Meatball, thank you. Thank you, bro. Like for real. Thank you, cause I was scared to touch this thing. I remember when he got it before I got it, and I was a wave oneer like the rest of us. We all wave oneers, and he got his, and he started hacking that thing up like he was doing. What's the game? Remember when he was when you had to pull the stuff
Operation?
out of? Hey, he was operation with that joint, dude. I was like, I was literally like, with my mouth open, like I couldn't believe it. I was like, this dude is tearing this thing apart. I don't know what. Hey, no offense, I'm not in nobody's pocket, but I was like, man, I'm so scared to tear this $600-700 apart. I ain't know what to do.
No, seriously, I felt the same way. But that's the beautiful thing about the community. Like, you share your experiences, you learn from other people. Like Bobby Vu does a tutorial of how to do the backlash. Now people got confidence to do the backlash. You over here tore up your thing, put in a plunger. Now people want to put the plunger in. Meatball Sauce, he done dissected the whole backlash and put 17 screens on that.
Dude, he running a 12 screen.
and now people is like, you know what? I could do this.
Yeah.
I could do this. If this person could do it, I could do it. And give yourself. And now, there are a couple of, special ones out there that want to put a toaster on the chipboard and then wonder why they shit don't work. But let's not be ridiculous. Don't. Sometimes people do too much, but at the end of the day, take a photo of everything. If it don't work, put it back the way it was.
Exactly.
Exactly.
When I did my mod, I did one mod. We never let it go. What was I doing? I was on one of the boards. And I never took my whole monitor off. I never took the whole screen off. I tilted it and I had like a box, right? So that little cross board that goes inside. I put the box down in it to keep the glass from sliding down. And I did something. I don't know what it was, but the ribbon that goes that goes from the glass down came out. I freaked out, dude. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "This thing ain't gonna never work again."
You know how I was when I was putting before we got the Rachel board, we had that LC, and dude, I was like, "This dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's not working." He's like this. I said, "Dude, I ain't getting no power." Then you're like, "It needs to be 15." I'm like.
Oh yeah, because you was going crazy about that. I was like, dude, calm down. I was like, first of all,
and you see me, it was like one of those cartoons where like they try to defuse the bomb and there's nothing but sweat dripping. I was like sweating, I was dripping. Dude, I was like this. I felt like I was like shaking. But you helped me out with that, and now I just pull out the ribbon cables like nothing.
Okay, what you say? What did he say?
Yeah, Meatball Saucy got a new one.
Oh,
because when he had a freaky thing where dude, like when he would start the Zac packs, it would just shut down his whole system. It would just shut it down, and the only thing that they could think of was that he had a bad motherboard. Like it was weird because everything else played except for the Zac pack, and they tried everything. They replaced it, and now he's over there living large.
Well, that's cool. That's like I told you, man. Like when you was troubleshooting yours, I was like, it's only a couple things it can be. Like once I went in back of mine, I was like, dude, if you got voltage here and you got voltage there, and you ain't got it here, and you ain't got no signals, like, bro, you just tell me you need a power supply or main board.
Was going. Listen, it sounds like an old carburetor. I said, nah, bro. I don't think that's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's supposed to be like that, bro.
Yeah. But look, we've been on for 2 hours. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do this for the people. Rainwater, Meatball, I appreciate you guys coming out. I sent the stuff out, man. You guys, hey man, you guys some real troopers. UAG, man, you know I appreciate you, man. We've been rocking for a long time. I'm not out there like everybody else, man. I've been kind of keeping a low profile, all the guys when it came to Pinball Emporium, when it came to all this other stuff, and people was needing help. Hey man, to this day, if you guys see me online, hit me up. Hey man, I got people hit me up 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Hey man, my wife like, are you really talking to people about these games at 3 o'clock? Yes, I am. I'm talking to them at the doctor's office. Whatever. I'm talking to them, man, because I understand. I know the frustrations of having something and you just can't figure it out. So man, if you guys see me out there, man, in all the communities, and hit me up, man. Just send me a message. Hey, I'm who you see is who I am, man. I just like to have fun. I like to to kick it, hopefully I can get back on here and I give you guys some more content and just chat it up and talk to you about this gaming thing, man. I love this game, and I'm getting if you make this tournament, this new thing on the Xbox, I'm jumping on because like I say, I ain't never had PlayStation, but I'm gonna do that.
We have a community that's very diverse. You got Meatball Saucy playing any type of game. Only Rainwater is the one that he lives in the woods, so he don't do nothing. He builds chicken coops. But everybody else, like, they do things. So we're gonna mix it up. And probably me and you will make a tournament ourselves.
That's cool.
Do a joint venture.
That's cool. Hey, you see what Meatball talking about his wife was laughing about the 2 a.m. thing. Yeah, because you was talking to me at 2 a.m. I'm one of the people you was talking to at 2 a.m. And I was like, I don't know how this works. Hey, bro, what I say? Hello, sir. I'm so sorry to disturb you. You got to come in polite. You don't want to get blocked.
No.
But
like I said, you mentioned, you are one of the most helpful people in the community. Whether it's been in the Facebook groups, whether it's been in Discord, what have you. So I'll speak on behalf of the community. We thank you because sharing your knowledge is the only way that we get better. Like between you, Meatball Saucy, I can't speak for Rainwater, but everybody else, it is very helpful in the community.
Yeah. I want to send a big shout out to you guys. And one last person I'm going to send a shout out to before I get off is Nate. Nate the Great. Hey, Nate.
My boy Nate. Nasty Nate.
Man, appreciate you so much, man, because I'll be honest with you, dog. I love Meatball. I know Meatball was mad at me for a long time. Meatball would talk to me for like about a month. I was sending him a text. He was so upset. I was like, dude, I'm not gonna do.
He was disrespecting that pinball.
I wasn't disrespecting it. I just could never get it to work.
Yeah,
dude, I loaded that thing up like 5 times, and I could never get my screens to work. I just could never get it to work, bro. I was like,
I got some heat coming. Meatball Saucy is helping me out with a mega super build of pinball, pinup pinball. Once I get this box working, because all of it is a casket right now. Once I get this casket working, it's gonna be on and popping. So I give a big shout out to Meatball Saucy for helping me out.
Yeah. But we gonna make this, we gonna take this on. I appreciate you jumping on, man. If you like I say, you hit me up, everybody, Meatball, Rainwater, anybody else out there, hit me up, man. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you for stopping through. And hey man, we go call it a night, man. How about that? You good? Drinks up, salute. You know what I'm saying? Salute. And we go kick it, man. Till next time. How about that?
All right, brother.
All right, peace.